Welcome back, everybody. In today's video, like I made a few references to in the Southern Trail, Hatfield-McCoy, Ashlin Resort videos, we're going to do a full review of the Ashlin Resort and the Southern Trail System. Hopefully you guys watched that series. We had a blast making it, and it was our first time in that area. We have rode the other side of Hatfield, like the Buffalo Mountain, Devil's Ants, even Rock House, been there. Go back through the archives and you can find videos of all that, and we hope to get there a few more times here coming up in the very near future, so stay tuned for that. But anyways, in this video, like I say, I'm going to give you a full review, what we thought about the trail system and the Ashlin Resort. Stick around till the end, and we jump in Old Yeller Feller, and I drive you through the Ashlin Resort and kind of show you the amenities they have there and kind of how the layout is. So without further ado, let's get to it. So if you follow along in the series, the first day we got there at the resort, we jumped on the road and rode down towards the Pocahontas Trail System because it was a little bit later in the afternoon and we obviously wanted to get some riding in, but we was a little bit hungry. So the hot dog stand was definitely one destination that we wanted to check out. So we jump on the buggies and head there first. We ride down the road a piece. Got my map out here, little cheat sheet. And then we hit the Green Trail 18, and that runs you right into the hot dog stand. Highly recommend checking that place out. It is tucked away in the woods. They got a fire pit. It's got a stage there where obviously sometimes they have some music. They sell obviously hot dogs, which was delicious. I had the West Virginia dog. Highly recommend. It was really good. They do sell beer right there on the trail if you want to, quench your thirst. Obviously, they have some other beverages there for sale, but that place is really awesome. They got a big chair there that you can get up in and get your picture taken. And then when we left there and went on down there, we saw like a little tiki hut that looks like maybe in the summertime they open up. Looked really neat too. But anyways, go back and watch the video and you can kind of see all that. And then from there, we rode the Pocahontas Trail System the rest of the day. Fairly easy trails. We did hit one of the black trails. I'm not sure if it was probably 83. But we made a cut off of it pretty quick because we didn't ride it very far. It wasn't very long. We just rode and we went downhill. The rut was pretty steep in it. It was dug out pretty good, but as far as us going down it, we didn't have any issues. Rode on down to the Coke ovens, or the Coke oven that day. Pretty cool sight to see. Definitely recommend going and checking that out. But the trails at Pocahontas were fairly easy. They were good cruising trails, good riding trails. Like I say, the trail systems at Hatfield are marked extremely well, and those Pocahontas trails were par for the course as all the other Hatfield trails. Nice, easy, smooth trails. You're on a green, it's green. You hit a blue, might be just a little bit of an incline, might be a few rocks in it, but other than that, you're good to go. So anyways, rode around the Pocahontas system that day. Went maybe on an outlaw or two just to kind of, on the way back, tried not to go back the way that we came in. So we kind of went around, hit a few outlaw trails. Got back that evening, had a fire pit out in front of our little cabin, which you'll see in the intro, and I'll show you again here later on. And we built a fire. Did go to the Indian Ridge Bar and Grill. It's right there at the resort. Absolutely amazing food. Nice little, and it's big. Plenty of seating in there. Everybody's super friendly. It's right down the entrance from where you check in. It is actually right there beside it. And when you do check in, there's a store there. They have all kind of stuff if you forgot, or they have apparel, they have, you know, helmets, some snacks and stuff, all kind of cool stuff. Place is top notch. Definitely highly recommend it. But anyways, that was what we done on day one. I'll kind of from here go into what we done on the second day of our adventure. So day two, we got up early, got the buggies repacked, got them fueled up. There is fuel down, like I say, where you check in. They do have fuel down there. So everything's right there on site, which is amazing. So this day we had, I mean, an amazing time. Anytime you're out riding in the woods, it's amazing. I did drop the ball a little bit on the mapping part of it. I was using the new Trail by Trail app that is absolutely amazing. Highly recommend checking that app out. But what I done wrong was and I've done this before at these Hatfield Trail Systems, I totally underestimated how big these trail systems are. You look at them on the map, right, like this, and you're like, oh, well, that's not that bad. We'll go here, 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 and here. Well, what you don't realize is, like, from here to here that's like a day. Like, it's a long ways. And sometimes, and I know that, but sometimes I kind of overestimate that. We took off and went to the west. We rode the Pinnacle Trail System, but we rode the road down kind of as far west as we could and then jump back into trails, hoping to come back, head to the north, get up to like the Dump Truck Goldfish Pond area, and then eat lunch at the Outlaw Bar and Grill, which I was figuring a late lunch, maybe like 1 or 2. And we had head out from the resort at 9:30 in the morning. Well, I went so far west to go try to hit some of them trails that I wanted to hit, and which we did. We've done a lot of trail riding. We put in a lot of miles. But by the time we got back to that lunch area, noonish, you know, the trip from where we was at, say, to the Outlaw Bar and Grill was going to be hours upon hours, and that was my fault. We'll get into that a little bit more Tuesday on my Tuesday Live at 5. Don't forget, every Tuesday we do a Live at 5. We'll get into more of that on Tuesday. But anyways, rode the Pinnacle Trail System, hit some awesome outlaw trails. The Trail by Trail app had all those labeled really well. Was pretty awesome to see some of that stuff. It was a little more technical than some of the Hatfield trails we was on. Like I said, go back and watch the series. You'll see that. Had an awesome time. And then at the end of the day, there is the Indian Ridge Trail System runs through Ashlin Resort, right? So you can hit the trail right out of the resort. You don't have to trailer or nothing like that. Well, at the end of the day, we got back towards the resort because it was the quickest place to get some food, because by this time it was 3 or so o'clock and we hadn't ate. Went down to the store and they sell Hunt Brothers Pizza. Had a Hunt Brothers Pizza made up. That thing took like 10-15 minutes and we were good to go. Still had some daylight left. So we jumped on the Indian Ridge trails right there at the resort. And I'm telling you, I wish that we would have maybe explored a little bit more of that earlier in the day, because those trails were absolutely amazing. And obviously being that close back to the resort, worrying about braking wasn't necessarily a high priority on our list at that point in time. So we did hit the black trails there at Indian Ridge. And the one at the end of the last series, we come down it. I feel like if we would have been in a situation where we was going up it, it would have definitely maybe required some winching, because I don't know if the old defenders would have made it. But watch that series. We come down it, and you obviously the videos don't do it justice, but it was steep, it was technical, and it was an awesome trail. So anyways, we kind of done that later towards the evening, and then came back, hit the Indian Ridge Bar and Grill again, which is, like I say, amazing. You ain't got to pack a lot of food with you that way. You just swing in there, you know, get you a bite to eat, have you a couple cold ones, grab you a bundle of firewood. They sell firewood right there. Head back to the cabin and talk about, you know, the amazing adventure you had around the fire. Maybe throw back a couple cold ones. But anyways, we had an amazing, amazing time. The trail systems were definitely worth going to. The Ashlin Resort, I highly recommend checking that out. In the first series, I do kind of show the road coming in and out of there. We had no problem getting in the way we came, but when you make your reservation, Ashlin Resort gives you a waypoint to put in your GPS to go. If you're pulling a big trailer or an RV or something like that, definitely go by the way that they tell you to come in. Because when we was leaving, we followed the GPS out, and it took us a lot of back roads and a lot of switchbacks and a lot of single lanes that if there would have been a lot of traffic, it might not have been good, or we might have had to wait to get something out of the way. But anyways, listen to how they tell you to get there. It's better than just typing it in the GPS. I am going to go ahead and we'll jump in the Defender here and give you a little tour of the Ashland Resort. And then at the end, I'll kind of lead you into maybe what the next adventure will be. So I want to take you a little ride up through the resort here. We would have come in from the right here. You check in, it's across the road from where we just came from. Lies here up to the left is where our cabin is. There's more cabins up here to the right, so I'll take you up there and show them first. Actually, these big cabins here on the left is actually where the sideshow guys and them were staying. Not done yet adventures. Here and hang a right. Looks like where the RV sites are at. They all look like they're pull-throughs. Pretty easy to get in and out of. And in the back here there is another bathhouse. The tent sites are there in the back. I'm not going to drive back in there, but there's quite a few back in there. You'll notice there's some more cabins here. Looks like some of their deluxe cabins. They're 1 and 2 bedroom. And a few more of their camper cabins up here. There's actually a guy pulling out with a truck and a trailer, so I'm not going to drive down through there, but you go on down around that way. Then you head back down the hill the way we came up. We'll head up to the right and I'll drive you up around where we're staying. Alright, so we're going to head back up the hill here towards our cabin and show you kind of the upper part. You probably see it from my first video. It's nice, clean, warm. A little chilly out, so we've got fires going. Back in here, some more RV spots. them or two. So I didn't realize this wraps back around to the top where I cut down the hill where the truck was pulling out. Get the point, plenty of cabins here. Whip her around and go back towards where we're at. So back to the right here, there's some more cabins, a couple looks like more primitive sites. And come around here where we're staying. Cabins. There's plenty of places to stay here. An old Defender cutting out in front of me there. Oh yeah, bud. These cabins down through here look like they're fairly newer. Down here and pretty much turn around. That's the gist of the place. And like I say, across the road where you check in, there's a little store that has all kind of goodies and the Indian bar and grill. The Ashlin Resort is definitely a fine establishment, direct connection to the trails. So if you're looking to come ride Southern Trails down here, Hatfield-McCoy, I'd definitely check out the Ashlin Resort. So thank you all for watching this review. Like I say, definitely worth going to. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments. I'll be more than happy to fill you in on anything I may have left out. And like always, do me a favor. Hit the old like button. Keep on subscribing. Subscriber count is growing, and I really appreciate that. We might even be working up towards another giveaway. Stay tuned for that. And I do want to jump in here real quick and let you know that we do have some more adventures planned. I'm out here in my office today, as I call it, editing through some videos. I do have some footage of some pretty cool stuff coming up, so stay tuned for that in the future. And I know that we're going to have a Rush trip and Devil's Backbone Resort trip somewhere probably after the beginning of the year. I don't know what we're going to get into before then, but I assure you that it will be some type of adventure. So that's where we're at. We'll see you on the next one.